Welcome to our overview of first grade waves, lights, and sound. In this unit, students are investigating how sound is created and received through vibrations, and how we see light and shadows. In lessons 1 through 6, students develop an understanding of the relationship between sound and vibrating materials. Beginning with lesson 1, students discover how sound can provide information about the world around them. In this lesson, students listen to a variety of sounds and create a drawing of what the sound might represent. Building on this initial experience, students in lesson 2 learn that they can combine materials into different instruments to create a sound. In lessons 3 through 5, students are provided background information on how to describe the sounds they hear with words like pitch, tone, and volume. This vocabulary will appear again in lesson 7, Sounds Like Fun. In lesson 6, How Can You Make a Musical Instrument? Students have the opportunity to construct an instrument that can create sounds with different pitches. Engineering is Elementary, EIE, follows a 4-unit lesson format. The first lesson sets the context for the unit through an illustrated storybook. The second lesson focuses on helping students gain a broader understanding of the unit's engineering focus. The third lesson is designed to allow students to collect and analyze data that will be used in lesson 4 to inform their final designs. The unit concludes in lesson 4, where students follow the steps of the engineering design process, EDP, as they design, create, and improve solutions to an engineering problem. This design challenge is used as a final project. In Seeing Animal Sounds, students explore acoustical engineering, including the role that acoustical engineers have in aiding research and representing sound. Lesson 1 introduces students to acoustical engineering through the storybook Kwame's Sound. The story is set in Africa, in the country of Ghana, and discusses the problems that Kwame, a blind musician, faces as he attempts to communicate his drumming rhythms to his cousin Kofi. After reading the storybook, students will be able to explain how sounds are made and differentiate between pitch and volume. In lesson 2, students investigate different ways to dampen or quiet sound. As a class, students identify common sounds they might hear during the school day and classify them as either primary or competing. Students investigate 2 approaches used by acoustical engineers to make sounds quieter: stopping vibrations at the sound's source and stopping the transmission of vibrations through matter. Students use a simple rubber band guitar to test the properties of various materials for stopping or slowing vibrations at the source through testing clay, felt, and aluminum foil to see which is most effective at stopping vibrations, and use varying thicknesses of felt and aluminum foil to stop or slow down the transmission of sound vibrations through a homemade horn. Lesson 3 allows students to explore designing ways to visualize sound. In this lesson, students learn about pitch, volume, and making and using visual representations of sound. Students first identify several different properties of sound: pitch, volume, duration, and discuss how they might represent those properties on paper. Focusing first on pitch, students brainstorm and create visual representations of the alarm call of the imaginary speckled bubble bird, which changes in pitch but not in volume. Students then listen to the flight call of the speckled bubble bird, which changes in volume, and compare this to the changes they noted in the alarm call. In lesson 4, students learn about and use the engineering design process to design, draw, and test systems for representing bird calls. The system that students create in this lesson will be used to represent a real bird call. There are 2 options for facilitating this lesson, and these should be based upon the ease students handle the activities in lesson 3. If students had difficulty brainstorming visual representations in Lesson 3, have them create visual representations in this lesson. If students seem to easily develop visual representations, allow students to create tactile representations, as Kwame did to communicate his drumming method. Students evaluate their designs by having their classmates try to match their visual representation with the appropriate bird call. Students then work to improve their representation system based upon feedback from the class. In lessons 8 through 10, students explore the idea that light travels from place to place and investigate the effect of placing objects in the path of a beam of light. Lesson 8 allows students to explore sources of light. In Lesson 9, students experience how shadows are created when objects are placed in the path of a beam of light. And in Lesson 10, students continue to explore shadows, but now focus on how to change their size. The materials for this unit have been included within your material kit and are outlined here on this slide. The EIE materials are going to be contained within a 12 by 12 cardboard box that was sent with your material kit in May. As you are planning the activities for this unit, please feel free to contact us with any questions, to request support, or share ideas.